It's me, Tamala, and you're watching Soul Kisses TV. And today we are at the Dream Support Network. Ice cream for a dream.
Hold on, let me catch my breath. 'Cause right now I can't believe this moment is finally here. Don't speak, won't you just feel with me?
Catch your dream. One of them days, man. We're gonna do something today. By the end of the day, y'all gonna feel me. Chase your dreams, right? You make other people start saying, yo, why this dude always doing something? When you're a dreamer, nobody really believes that you're gonna do anything. What is your dream?
Man, listen, I want to be a basketball player.
A basketball player. So are you saying you want to be like an NBA basketball player?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Make lots of money, man.
You're gonna make all this money? Okay,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
that's cool. So what position you gonna play?
Man, I'm so dope. I can play them all.
You're gonna play all the positions. You're gonna now you're about 5'4". Okay, so you're gonna play all the positions.
Uh-huh.
You're 5'4". Okay, let's say hypothetically,
Okay.
you make it to the league, right? You become a basketball player, probably a point guard, right? Because of your size, and then you retire, and you're only like 28 years old. What is your dream now?
Man, I'll have so much money in my account. Who needs dreams? I'll just, be like bowling, shot calling, all my money. Like, who cares about dreams?
So the rest of your life is just balling, shot calling, spending money, and that's it. See, like, this is the thing about dreams, little boy. This is like you gotta figure out, okay, you got all this money, but what do you do every day? Like, what is it that you aspire to have, and places you wanna go, and things you wanna experience, right? So tell me somewhere you wanna go.
Okay, I'm still a little boy, y'all.
Yeah, but little boys should have a place they wanna
No,
go.
you're right. I'm just saying, I'm acting.
Yeah, oh, you're still like, no,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I want to go to like Georgia. I don't know, like.
Wait, you're a millionaire, remember? You're,
Oh, that's right,
so
I'm a
you can go
millionaire.
anywhere
Okay.
in the whole world.
Anywhere in the whole world. Well, Tamala wants to go to Bali.
Bali? Okay, but you're a little boy.
A little
so
boy.
the little boy could go to Bali.
Okay.
But see, my point is that a lot of times when we talk about dreams, the first thing somebody does is like kind of what you did. You tell us a job. Because being a basketball player is a job, right?
Yeah.
If you don't practice, if you don't stay on the grind, you're not a very good basketball player. And so after, the job dream, I guess you gotta have other things you want. And I try to teach people like, you can go somewhere.
Please tell me, in your humble opinion,
That's humble.
the steps that someone could take to actually, make their dreams come true.
There's a dream chasing process.
Okay.
Number one, the first thing that people have to do is decide. Most people, that's the barrier. Like, they never decide that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this happen, boom, 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 right? So decide. If you can decide that I wanna do this one thing and focus on that, that's number one. Number two is you have to create a plan. Like, I'm gonna do this, these are my steps to how I'm gonna make this dream become reality. Number three is you gotta dedicate time to your dream. You gotta say, okay, every day I'm gonna take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. People say to me, successful in anything takes 10,000 hours. So if you got these big dreams, right? Boom, you need to put some time into it. Number four is get help. Like we were talking when I had kidney failure. Why didn't you ask nobody that? People don't do that. So if you got a dream, big dream or small dream, ask for help. And so get help from people. I always tell people there are no self-made millionaires. There are no self-made anything. To To be successful, everybody got help from somebody. And then the last one, I believe if you follow those 4 things, eventually you're gonna make your dream become reality. So, you never stop dreaming. You come up with a new dream you're gonna chase, and you follow that process again, and you make it happen. Every dream chaser needs a dream support team. Zoe's on my dream support team, so he's here supporting me today. But if Zoe needs me, I'm there.
The reason why you're so like open and willing and excited about trying new things and living each moment.
Well, think about it like this. Let's say you almost died. Let's say your life was almost taken away. Let's say that at a point in your life, you would talk about your dreams, but you would never take them in action. In a way, like God takes your ability to do all that away. I had kidney failure for like 3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
How old were you?
I was like in my 20s, so you know, 20, 24, 25.
Oh my God.
I was asking if I was fat. I had like a 6-pack then, so I was like in shape. I mean, this was a chest and this was skinny. And so basically, you know, I was like feeling like I was healthy, but I wasn't. I mean, I got kidney failure.
Tell me exactly the moment where you realized something was really wrong.
Playing basketball. I'm going to school.
Getting dunked on or?
No, I was good. The week before, I had gone into the gym and I think I played the best game of basketball I've ever played in my life. I mean, I'm throwing alley-oop. I'm talking so much jump. I mean, so it was like out of control the jump talk was happening. We won like 5, 10 games in a row. Nothing. And so when I left the gym, I was like, y'all suck, blah, blah, blah. So the next week I walk in the gym and I'm like, yeah, we about to do it up again, talk and jump. And people were like looking at me like, you're gonna get it today,
Really?
Whatever, man. So I put my sneakers on, I run down the court and I couldn't breathe. So I was like, that's weird, because I never experienced it. I'm like, breathing real hard just from like running down the court. I thought I had a cold, so I was like, I'm not gonna play today. And so over the next month, it was actually the month of Ramadan. So Muslims during the month of Ramadan, we fast during the sunlight hours. And so basically I wouldn't eat all day or drink anything. And then at night I would drink some water, but I never could keep the water down. Because you know, your kidneys are the things that, basically my lungs were filling up with fluid. So I'd drink the water and my kidney wasn't working, so my lungs would fill up and I would throw up the
Really?
fluid.
I mean, pardon my ignorance, but I did not know that's what happens when you are having kidney failure.
Right, because your kidney stops.
And your lungs fill with water.
Right, so my lungs are filling up, boom, throw up. And so I'm thinking, man, I'm really sick. This went on for like 3 weeks.
And you didn't tell anybody?
No, I was in college. I was in Atlanta at the time, so I was going to Clark Atlanta University, getting my master's degree. And I was just thinking it's a cold, like a really bad cold. So 3 weeks, I go to the doctor. I'm sitting in the emergency room. They finally call me in. They take my blood pressure. My blood pressure is 220 over 180. The normal blood pressure is 120 over 80.
Okay.
So this is a double.
Okay.
And so they're like freaking out, like, oh no, something's wrong with you. So they take me up to the ICU, do all these tests. I'm just sitting there. And then two white doctors come in, and this is Atlanta, 2 white doctors come in, and they're like, you can't, you're sitting there, because you watch the documentary, and you're like, you give it away.
Okay. After submitting that you may be sick,
Yes.
you know, you finally go to the doctor.
So I'm in the doctor, they take me up to the ICU, boom, I'm in there, after they did all these tests, I'm laying in the bed, I'm like laying in the bed, and then the doctors, 2 white doctors come in, and they're like, Mr. Muhammad, you have kidney failure.
Did you
I'm like,
understand what that
wait,
meant?
so I'm sitting there, no, I'm just thinking like, what do you mean I got kidney failure? So I'm saying like, all right, you know, in my mind I say, I'm in Atlanta. I was like, you know what? I need to see some black doctors, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let me see 2 black doctors. And they look at me like, what?
You didn't really say that.
Yeah, I really said that. Cause I was like, come on, man. I'm still on that, I'm in shape, this is a cold. And so the 2 black doctors came in like, yo, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Those are the top neurosurgeons in the hospital.
They actually got 2 black doctors for you?
Yeah, they did. They brought them 2 in. And they were like, you stupid. And I was like, I don't care. Bring them 2 white boys back up in here, because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all gonna tell me what I'm doing. Now I got kidney failure. So initially, I was doing CAPD dialysis. Basically, it's like they put fluids in your body, and then it takes all the toxins out, and then all of the toxins come out in another bag. So it's like a bag full of fluid that goes in your body, and then it comes out another tube, and it fills up that bag.
And you can see it?
Yeah, my daughter, she's like, what the heck's going on? Freaking her out and all that stuff. So I did that, but then I got peritonitis. So, because eventually they put a tube in your body right here, and usually you're walking around with a tube right there all the time.
All the time?
All the time. Tubes in my body. You don't connect it exactly right every time, you get an infection. And the infection, it's like the worst pain you've ever had in your life. And so I got peritonitis like 3 or 4 times. And one time, the last time I got it, it was like over like a weekend. So I went to the doctor. They said, nope, we can't see. I'm sitting there like bent over, like I'm sure I got peritonitis. They're like, nope, you don't got peritonitis. It must be something else. So I had peritonitis with constant pain, like somebody stabbing you in your stomach with a knife, or for like 3 days. And then on Monday, you're like, yep, you do have peritonitis.
You're like, I told you, white doctors, I had peritonitis.
I said, okay, I'm gonna switch from CAPD to hemodialysis. The reason I didn't want to do hemodialysis because you see how my arm is kind of swollen up like that?
Wow.
So what they do is they tie your artery in your vein. So I knew this was gonna happen, and I was like, I was so pretty that I was like, I'm not gonna mess up my arm. I gotta have my pretty arm with this pretty face.
Did you guys hear that?
I was young, I had hair, remember? I was skinny. I was thinking about the future.
Okay.
So I was like, I didn't want my arm to get messed up.
They tie up the veins?
Yeah,
like,
they put 2 veins together because they fill it.
Wow.
Fill it. No, fill it. No, don't squeeze it.
Oh. Ah! I feel it, yes.
So it makes it pump harder when you're doing the dialysis. And so I didn't want this to happen.
So what was that now? That was just blood that I felt like.
That was blood, yeah. And so on the day I went to go get the shunt put in, I'm sitting in my car and I'm thinking, like, I'm not gonna go in. I'm sitting in a parking lot, and then out of the background, I hear somebody like, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright, child.
Everything.
And I'm talking about the top, like, first it was faint, that was getting louder and louder, and I was thinking, like, that's for me. And it was like a lady that was like a homeless lady with all this stuff, and she was just singing, walking down the street. But I was saying, like, that was a message for me, so I went in, got the shunt, and then I just kind of like did what I had to do,
So throughout this entire ordeal, like I've never had a near-death experience.
I had multiple.
Multiple.
Yeah, because when you get kidney failure, there's other stuff that happens. Like one time, I ate like 3 bananas, right? I was eating bananas, and then my mother made some banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
I was messing that up, and then what happens is, do you know if you get high potassium, it could kill you?
Having multiple near-death experiences, you never lost faith or hope, or or felt hopeless that, oh my gosh, woe is me, like why is this happening to me? You never had that.
No, like I used to always feel like, okay, this is my mantra, that like, first of all, like when I go to dialysis, I would dress like this, because everybody else in dialysis would come in, they'd be looking all like weak and sick, and they'd be bringing in like snacks. Like who brings snacks to the hospital? So they'd be bringing their little snack bag, they have on sweatpants, and I was like, no, I went to work today. I went to work today. I'm dressing like I went to work. So I was always trying to put out like, yo, everything's gonna be fine with me. I don't know about you. And the thing about dialysis, like people would die in dialysis. One day you hear their machine beeping, like beep, 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 and all the nurses will run over there and be like, he died. And I'm like, damn, I'm not dying up in here.
Who taught you to think like that, to think?
I think my parents had a lot to do with that. We're a pretty positive family. My father always says things like thoughts become things and all that kind of stuff. So as a child, you believe that. Like he tells you, like, okay, well, if you believe whatever you believe, you can achieve. All those little cliches, and I'm a firm believer in cliches. And so, basically, I never got to the point where I was like, I'm not saying I never was at home like, dang, this sucks. But I never got like, there would be days where I'd be sitting in my apartment like, whoa, it's me. Nope. I just get up and say, okay, today's gonna be, because after dialysis, like you be like weak and just drained, and sometimes I would be like, I'd have an attitude, like, right? But it wasn't like I was like sad. I just like might curse you out.
Okay.
I was happy, like, but don't mess with me after dialysis.
When you talk to kids now, when you're asking them about their dreams, do you help them or encourage them to think positively and to change their perception of themselves? I mean, do you notice a difference in how you were raised and the kids you encounter on a daily basis? Yeah,
I mean, I think that one of the biggest things that, the kids I see, even the crazy thing is not really the kids. Kids they still have hope.
Yeah.
It's adults. You ask an adult their dream. Do that. Just walk up to somebody one day and say, what's your dream? They're gonna tell you something that it's gonna be like, oh, I want my kid to graduate from high school. Then you might say, well, what is your dream though? they really don't have dreams. Adults like cash out their dreams when they start having kids, I think, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So the kids will at least tell me something, you know? So it's not like I have to, like, sure, I may still be inspirational to them in a way, but it's believe it or not, it's the adults that are like, you know, they're not working the job they want to work. So like when they were a kid, they wanted to be a basketball player, or they wanted to be an architect or something like that. And right now they're a secretary. You know?
How do you, in your own way, help these adults? Do you have like a magic sauce that you say to them to like get them to like, I don't know, change their mind?
Well, I do. I have a workshop. It's a 3-hour workshop, and I also provide dream consultations. So for the people to take advantage of the things that I offer, they actually have results. All the things that people think that make you be successful, I feel like the difference between me and them is that I'm gonna at least try.
Do people kind of give up too soon?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. That's the thing. Is they don't like to be punched in the face.
Okay, so what is your advice to people that are thinking about giving up?
Never stop dreaming.
Why?
That's it. That's the whole, like, that's my mantra. Never stop dreaming. So when you try to do something, and I'm talking about maybe you're gonna try to do something really big, right? Imagine that nobody's ever done anything big and not had difficulty. It's not like, a lot of times we talk about dreams, people start thinking it's like gonna be easy. It's gonna be like a fairy's gonna come down and say, bling, you get your dream. One dream for you, one dream for you. No, the Oprah joint, like, you get a car. No. Yo, when you have a dream, it's gonna be like work. And then this is the crazy thing. This is the part people don't know. So it's like, so now you get your dream. That's the part where that's when it really gets into, because it's like, oh, I want to start my own business. So you go do the paperwork, you get some products, you get a store, you got your dream. Oh man, I did it. Now it's like, well, you gotta keep the dream alive. So it's like, that's when the work begins. It's like the dream doesn't stop. It's like you gotta consistently be like remaking yourself, adding stuff to your life. Life is too short. They make an excuse, oh, I don't have enough money. That's the biggest one. Oh, I don't have enough money. It's like, or that's the other one. They'll say, I wanna be a millionaire. That's their dream. And I said, oh, that's cool, me too. And I said, well, what's your plan? How you gonna become a millionaire?
And just nothing?
No, they don't have any idea. Because sharing your dream is like, to say your dream out loud is powerful. To write your dream on a piece of paper and put it up and look at, that's powerful.
So you have a bloody ice cream truck.
A bloody ice cream
A
truck.
bloody ice cream truck. So why did you get that? And why was that your vehicle to engage kids?
First of all, everybody loves ice cream. And ice cream happens to rhyme with dream.
Oh,
That's kind of like how it started. I mean, I was at my office one day, and you saw the lady that keeps walking in and out. She used to work for me, and so I was like in the office, and I was like, ice cream for a dream, ice cream for a dream. And so I would say like for like a week straight, I was just walking around the office, I was like, ice cream for a dream. Yeah, ice cream for a dream.
No,
so,
did you really like? Were
yeah,
you
I'm
singing
kind of
it?
like a singer type of guy. You know?
Are you?
I do. Oh yeah, I'm like a happy. Like, I whistle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just walk around. So eventually, I got to the point where I said, okay, we need an ice cream truck. And so I told her to get me an ice cream truck. So the first ice cream for a dream, we didn't have that ice cream truck. We rented an ice cream truck. I told her we need 500 ice creams. Then I was like, no, we need 1,000 ice creams.
And you pay for out of pocket?
Yeah.
You didn't worry about the money?
No, don't worry about money.
It was never, you don't ever worry about money.
No, money comes. I got the ice cream. I bought some t-shirts, you know, for my team. And we got the truck and we drove around the city of Hartford, 5 different locations. Every time, oh, we got ice cream for a dream. And people were just coming up and telling us their dreams, giving them ice cream. And so after the first one, initially it was like gonna be a one-time hit, and I was like, yeah, that was fun, I had a good time. And so many people told me they wanted to be a basketball player that I was like, I need to do more research. I need to get more dreams. I need to be able to engage these kids more. Because like the first one, I was just saying, what is your dream? They say, I want to be an astronaut. I'm just giving them ice cream. I wasn't like talking to them.
Okay.
And so after that, I just decided that I'm gonna be an ice cream truck.
That's how you got this one you have now?
It was crazy. Like,
It's so beautiful.
no, it wasn't blue. It was white. Find the truck. I go to Bridgeport. Now, just between me and you, Bridgeport is not the safest.
Okay.
All right, so it's the middle of the night. Me and my brother drive out to Bridgeport because I get excited and I'm like, yo, let's go right now.
Yeah.
We drive out to Bridgeport. And you see I'm whispering because it was scary. So we get there, we drive down these roads and I'm like, oh, we're gonna get shot. You know, I don't want to die tonight.
Yeah.
The truck is in the back, just in the back. So we call the guy that was on credit. Hey man, you know, we're here. So he comes out, this guy's name was Big Tone.
Big Tone.
And Big Tone was a great guy.
He was.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna kill us.
Okay.
Nothing was gonna happen. So, boom, next day, we came back and bought the truck. So I had the truck towed, because it didn't drive. Towed from Bridgeport to Hartford. Then I did an Indiegogo campaign.
You did?
Yeah, to raise some money. I always tell people, everybody wants to do like one of those campaigns.
I've done them
And it's crazy because you find, you all of a sudden like, these people aren't my friends. That's what you learn, that's all you learn. Your friends and your family are haters. That's all they teach you. Because it looks like so easy. You're like, this dude just made $1 million.
I know, I feel like I had to beg for this like $500. Like.
These people no, but I made like $1,300.
Good.
And I was like, so I took the $1,300 and that paid for a portion of like getting truck wrapped. I think May, we were like, all right, the Ice Cream for a Dream tour starts. So I had started it, but the truck wasn't ready. The day the truck gets ready, I gotta go do Ice Cream for a Dream. Brooklyn!
That's where
Brooklyn,
I'm from.
right? Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Imagine driving a 1973 ice cream truck, fuel injected, to Brooklyn. The first time you ever drive. So basically, how long it probably takes, like, maybe in a car, it might take 2.5 to get to Brooklyn. In an ice cream truck, it takes like 3.5, 4. So I had to drive 3.5 hours to Brooklyn. We missed the event. But the good thing is that when we get there, my boy Derek, who I grew up in White Plains with, he ran the event. So it was basically like the New York Giants came out. So I introduced the New York Giants.
Oh wow, okay.
It was crazy. So it still turned out good. We got some good pictures. But now I just spent 2 hours in Brooklyn. So I drove 3.5, did 2 hours in Brooklyn, then I had to drive 3.5 hours back to Connecticut. The next morning I got back up, I was working on my ice cream truck.
Love it.
Because it's like, you know, I really like doing it.
How did you overcome kidney failure?
See,
I
you
be
forgot
thinking,
about that.
I be
Yeah.
thinking.
I see my little sister, and I go up to her and I say, "Would you hook me up with one of your friends, or
No, you didn't say
give me
it.
your kidney?"
Did you say that?
Yeah, I was trying to get a date. I like young girls, so she's a little younger, so I was like,
Oh my
So she was
goodness.
like, yes. She was like, yes. I was like, bet. Your girlfriend that, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna hook you up with my friend. She was like, I'll give you a kidney.
Wow.
And so I was like, bet.
But she didn't have to like think about it.
No, she just answered right then and there. So I have 5 siblings. So she's the youngest. So that means that my older sister was like, my brother that's right under me was like, my brother under him, my other brother, little sister,
Yeah.
no problem. So August 8th, 2001, kidney day. Got my kidney.
Okay.
I'm living.
So were you ever like on the transplant list?
No, I never asked my other siblings, so I made a joke to say they didn't give me a kidney, but I never asked. So what happens is this, when you get a kidney, you immediately feel better. She was doing terrible. Like she was in the hospital, because it's like getting cut for no reason.
Yeah.
Like me, it was like, and all of a sudden I'm like strong again. I'm walking around like, the next day I was up walking like,
Wow, nice.
and her, she was in the bed like, I'm dying. It hurt so bad.
How old was she when she gave her kidney?
She had to be, I was like, maybe at the time I was 28, so maybe she was like 20.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's a big decision for a
Yes.
20-year-old, you know?
Yes.
I got some ice cream over here. If you have some dreams after we do the raffle, please come share it with me.
We're here screening your documentary. Why documentary?
Because I like to be on TV.
Now the real reason, please.
That's it. No, so sometimes you think like in life, like especially now, like I'm doing all these ice cream for dreams, doing like all my dream chasing, and so I love doing like these little videos and stuff. So we just said, let's put it together.
Okay.
And
what's the
I
purpose?
always think though that it's gonna be a tool to inspire somebody.
Okay. So you want to create awareness about kidney disease. Do you feel it's
Yeah,
not?
partly. I think that part of it is like, okay, basically like it's a story to say I overcame an obstacle in my life, and then from overcoming that, I try to make my life whatever is left of it, right? So I'm probably gonna live a long time. My grandmother's 103.
Oh wow.
Right? So she's like really old. And I'm thinking like I'll probably be really old too.
Oh, okay.
Even if I don't,
This is serious.
my legacy.
Yeah.
So it's like legacy is created by what you do.
Absolutely.
And so if I go, people say, this guy, man, he drove around giving out free ice cream for dreams. This guy, he chased all his dreams and he inspired me because of it. This guy, he was doing his workshop and he was trying to, teach us how to make our dreams become reality. This guy was on Soul Kisses TV. Remember that? It was crazy. And so at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
So what is your ideal vision for the dream team?
One of my biggest dreams is like that it becomes my job. So I have my other business, right? So I'm a therapist and we do all that.
Are you a therapist?
But
Okay.
but ultimately, what I would like to do is every day do the dream support network. Either be doing a workshop, either be doing ice cream for a dream, or doing something with my dreamership because I give it like a scholarship every year,
Okay.
or dream chasing, and be on TV doing it. Like I see myself as like a black Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
Without the food.
Okay.
Because I'm not that man food. I mean, obviously I eat it.
Stop.
But it's not, I don't want to talk about food. I want to talk about dreams. So like I go to a town, maybe New York, I pick you up, like, all right, what's your dream? And you're like, I want to do this. And then we go do it. That's
I love
my
it.
show.
That's great. That's a great show. That'd be a
Yeah,
great
put
show.
me on TV.
That'd be a great
I
show.
got personality.
You do have
I
personality.
look really good in the hat.
You look really good in the hat. I'm really curious about the youth. I mean, they need mentorship. They need guidance. So.
They need dreams. They need to have dreams. Because think about it. So a lot of times I do it around Hartford. I do it more in Hartford than anywhere else, right? So the way you get, not that you have to get out of Hartford. Right? It's not like, oh, I gotta get out of Hartford. But the way you be able to live, there's two Hartfords, right? There's the poor Hartford, and then there's the rich people in Hartford. Why do we have to always be the people that are struggling?
Yeah.
And so the way you stop struggling is have dreams and chase them. If I can teach people that if you don't like your life, you look around you and say, my life sucks and it's not the way I want it to be. You get to decide what your life is.
Yeah.
And so anything, this is the thing I recognize, and this thing I want people to understand. Anything that you like do every day is your life. It becomes your life, like literally. And so to me, it's like if I could teach somebody that, where they understand that, they get to determine who they are and what they are and how the world sees them, instead of somebody else saying, no, you came from here, you can't do that. That I did my job. If I can get people to understand, never stop dreaming, I did my job.
Do you think you'd be the same person if you hadn't had kidney failure?
No. So like I was just talking to the lady in there, right? She was saying like how her cousin, who she gave her kidney to, was kind of like more of a different kind of person. So before I got kidney failure, I was different. Like I wouldn't have done ice cream for a dream because I was more about me. After kidney failure, I really have, like, I want people to be successful. I have my dreams are to like see them. Like I would love for somebody to one day in my vision is like I do ice cream for a dream right now, and like 10, 15, 20 years from now, there's a kid who's somebody, like there's somebody now, and they say, how did you do it? There was this guy on an ice cream truck who told me that I should never stop dreaming, that I could make it. I don't remember his name, but he had a bald head, and he was so cool, and I just want to tell him, thank you.
That's awesome.
I did it, boom.
Thank you so much for your time and for
thank
all
you.
that you're doing.
Thank you for driving down.
Yeah. Now I want some ice cream.
All right, let's do that. It looks like that, Soul Kisses TV, people.
From where he was just now?
Yeah, what you were just saying.
But that's a secret, though.
The editor can make it come later.
When I was in high school, like I had an operation, and they basically took out. They resculpted one of my kidneys, and so that was pictures from that.
They resculpted one of your kidneys?
Yeah, because one of my kidneys was blocked, and they were wondering like, why did I have high blood pressure? So when I was like 15, 16, my blood pressure would always be high, and so then they found this blockage in my kidney, and so they unblocked it, right? And so that was supposed to be the solution, but I still had high blood pressure, and I wouldn't take the medication. I'd be like, I take it.
Oh, I bet your mama was like, boy!
No, but it was like, remember,
why did you take it?
I had muscles, like 6-pack.
You're like,
the doctor, a fat doctor would walk in and say, you need to take medication. I'm like, you need to take medication. You, look at you. Go walk.
My gosh.
So it was a problem, like
Okay.
misconception on stuff. So that was pictures.
Oh, okay.
Because when I had kidney failure, who's taking pictures of themselves?
I was like,
not in the hospital, like, yo, get me right now, get this. Like, I go from 180 pounds, imagine the hair, 180 pounds, a nice firm cheekbone, you know, I was
all luscious
thin.
chocolate.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then I went down to like 150 pounds.
Wow.
So like, I'm from White Plains, New York. That's where I'm originally from. So one time I went home. I went there, and all my friends, they're like, I was like, yo, where's my man Tito? And Tito did like, he was in that kind of job that, you know, they sell things to people on the street corner.
Oh.
And so they were like, why is he looking for Tito? And I looked like I was a crackhead.
Oh.
And so all my people thought I had turned into a crackhead.
Did anybody have like quite an intervention for you? But they like,
No, they
yo.
were just like, dang, look at that dude.
Oh man.
That's sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I find out this years later, they're like, yo, we didn't know.
We
And I was
thought
like,
you,
what I'm
okay.
supposed to do? Come on around the way and be like, yo, I'm sick, y'all. Help me out. Like, nah.
Why don't men why can't you say that? Why isn't it okay to be like, actually, you know,
You gotta be tough. I don't know. I mean, I was young. Like all of this stuff, I think has to do with being young. And when you're young, you think like initially I'm invincible, right?
Yeah.
So I can't get sick. Nothing's gonna happen to me. And then the other part of it is that once you are sick, it's like I used to be so scared when I had kidney failure because I always thought that somebody was gonna attack me.
Why?
Because I couldn't defend myself.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it was one of those things like, you know, if your whole life you're kind of like in shape and it's like you're a guy and you're like, whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yo, if somebody hits me right now, I'm crumbling. It's not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? And so I used to be scared. So I was just like, man, I ain't saying nothing to nobody because I don't want to start a problem. And I have like one of those quick, like I'm quick to say something, but during kidney failure, I'd be like, yeah, man, it's okay. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
So,
like that?
Yeah. I just like look away like, no, I didn't say nothing. You get a nurse that's not really good. She messes like, if she misses the vein, like look at how big that is. Somebody can miss it, like I'm over here. And it's very painful. And so it was a very interesting experience to say.
Yeah.
When I first got this though, I used to always wear like a band on it. Like an African joint, because I was trying to hide it from people, and then I was like, who cares?
Good.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to accept that?
So I guess like you asked about hopelessness, like yeah, that was it. So that was the biggest thing. Like I always wore like a wristband on this African joint, and that lasted for like maybe a year or so.
Like, how old are you today?
8.
8. Oh man, I wish I was 8 because when I was 8. There were so many things that you could do, you know? So don't stop chasing your dreams, okay? Promise me that. Okay.
My big dream is for quality for everyone.
Yeah. What's your dream?